Your elbow.
Alright, let's do this, guys. Post show.
Alright.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the post show.
Hello,
That's my Colby impression.
Give me troll impression. Go.
heroes and
Listen,
villains.
you guys lead
I
us
just
in.
did it. I just did my Colby
No,
impression.
do a real lead in now. Starting.
Heroes and villains.
You did it! Go on.
Oh, and then you added sidekicks
Thank you.
and armed thugs and bank robbers and
Usually say that.
general police and
Yeah.
innocent civilians
Wow.
and bystanders and nuns with and without guns.
Yeah, yeah.
Flat earthers,
Flat earthers.
Aliens?
Religious fanatics.
anti-vax.
Aliens. Anti-vaxxers.
Who are we not welcoming?
Hidden CIA agents.
So where it going? This is it. This is the post show.
Help me out here. High school
Ferrets?
students.
We're-
Ferrets.
We're not. We're not.
Morticians.
We're not adding people who. We're not inviting people who double dip though. Fuck them.
Yeah, no,
Fuck
don't
that
do
shit.
that.
In these
yeah,
times, you shouldn't be double dipping.
Absolutely
True, it's
not.
true.
We're in a
You're done.
pandemic,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Put your mask on.
Thank you for coming to post show. Thank you, Corey. That was good. I like that.
Have you have you watched Peacemaker?
No, the John Cena show?
Yeah,
I
heard it was
they did he improv'd a scene where it's the name 80 people challenge, and he just off the top of his head just named 80 like people and characters and whatever, and like I just felt like I was doing
Nice.
that.
You're John Cena.
I was failing.
Yeah, you're
that
John
show is
Cena.
fucking excellent.
I
by the
heard it was
way.
good. I heard it
It's
was
hilarious. If you ever want to hear John Cena say cunt,
good. I do.
there you go. If you ever want to
Amazing.
hear me say cunt, thank you for subscribing to our Patreon.
That's the post
That's
show.
what the. That's what the Patreon's
No
for,
one,
baby.
no one can copyright us now. No one can censor.
We
Oh
can
yeah,
say
you should
cunt.
you should play like the most copyrightable music while we do this show.
I don't think I can do that.
That's
You
so
make
much.
money
like
off it.
play Stairway to Heaven in the background while we're doing this.
Thank you for joining us with the episode 10
Big
post show.
Yes.
Big,
Big-
And it
big
was
turn.
big.
It was pretty fucking big.
Yeah, it was like 3.5 hours of combat, like straight
Yeah.
combat. So this was a big fight, dude.
If you like
Combat.
us, that's why you're here, and you like the Patreon content,
Thanks.
make sure you jump into like, you know, if you want to like on a YouTube comment or in a Twitch stream, be like, oh wow, I really love the post show stuff. Only available at patreon.com/younger
Chill for us.
yeah. Give us a
Yeah.
little chill. You know,
Yeah.
give us a little chill.
Give us a little show.
Us, we'll promote you.
Yeah.
All right, let's dig in the meat and potatoes over here for episode 10.
God, where
Not
to
a lot of like plot points, so
Yeah.
to say. This is our first ever combat-centric episode.
Yeah.
It took 10 episodes.
Absolutely.
We've
Right.
had little combats here
Right.
and there, but this
Yeah.
is one. This whole episode was
Is big.
initiative
Yeah.
rolled. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Which is it. So we start off
So,
where we left off in episode 9 with Brother Lewis, Mother Adele on the stairs, and Arabella with Barrett and Jordan below, and the hallway fight segment began.
Yeah. That was fun.
Lewis.
Before that, I'm sorry. I just want to mention the pre-scene. Just keep that in your
Oh
mind.
yeah, true,
Uh-huh,
true.
uh-huh.
Bowie found a purple eyeball man
Eyeballman.
You did.
somewhere in the depths, and that's weird.
Eyeballman.
But anyway, sorry. I just had
No,
to
no,
bring
that was
that up.
important.
Yeah,
That was
that was-
important.
Bowie's there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that hallway scene was great. I like that.
That was
It's fun.
very
It was
good.
a fun fight.
It's really fun and interesting to try to think of how to not die as Barrett. Especially when
How do
someone
I
is like
not die?
on him.
Yeah,
It's tough to play like just a ranged glass cannon
Yeah.
when someone's trying to punch you in the face.
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's
And
fun.
one thing I was worried about at the beginning, I'm like, if he just takes a sniper position every fight,
Right.
and he's like a mile away every time, like that's not really fun.
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
watch. You know, it's cool when he can get there. but
Right.
It's got to be a struggle to get there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was fun to deal with. Hitting Brother Lewis with the motorcycle
Oh my
was
god.
awesome.
That was awesome.
Some of the moves that got pulled off here were
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so this was a very just like tough episode too.
It
I
really
think, for a lot
was.
of people because
Mhm.
like half the people don't want to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people who don't want to fight others. Like even the antagonists
Mhm.
don't want to like he doesn't want to. Brother Jordan doesn't want to. Brother
Brother
Jordan.
Jordan.
Brother Lewis doesn't want to fight Arabella.
Yeah.
He's got orders, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was really hard. That like a lot of this episode, I felt like Barrett specifically was just like not in the fight. Like he was driving away, or he was driving to the Outlook, or driving back to
I
his
don't know.
house.
He
like,
did some shit.
That's true. Like during the hallway section, he was like in the thick
It
of it.
certainly contributed.
Yeah, because
But,
you were getting wailed on too.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to hold him off, but there wasn't really much I could do.
Yeah, it was tough. It
Yeah.
was tough.
I spent like half of the entire encounter trying not to fight.
Yeah.
It made more sense for him to go after Barrett first.
Yeah.
Mostly because they fought before. Barrett is in a position of vulnerability because he's up close.
Right.
So like kind of dodging around Jordan.
I feel
and
like there's also
focusing.
motive too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, absolutely. So I think it, once Barrett got out of there, it was like, okay, now it's all Jordan.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a focus for Brother Lewis.
Yeah. The whole time there was like I was having an inner conflict. I was like, should I go back and try and save people? Should I just get out of here? Like, should I follow my orders and go back and try and kill Arabella? Like, what should I be doing right now? But overall, Barrett has something that he personally needs to do, and he has to get home to do that.
Yeah.
So
There was definitely a huge struggle with like all of us. I think even you were struggling today
Yeah.
between what we wanted to do and what we wanted to happen versus what our characters wanted to do and what our characters wanted to happen.
Yeah.
And that struggle was just a lot for
You know what?
everyone in this episode.
yeah.
And when you're really struggling, you let the dice do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
dice
true.
decides it ultimately.
Yeah.
It was such a big contrast because like this isn't the first boss that we fought, but it's the first like big boss I kind of
Right.
want to say. And compared to campaign 1, where it would be like there is a boss there, we fight it.
Right.
It is the bad guy, we are the good guys, we fight it.
Right.
This was way different.
This was a
than that.
conflict of interest.
There's always really blurred lines with
Yes.
these characters and everybody's situations.
Yeah. So we get our boys are fleeing.
Yeah.
Barrett and Jordan over there. Barrett gets away.
Mhm.
He gets to his spot, his little nook, and starts firing away.
Mhm.
And you guys get rid of Brother Lewis,
Yeah.
Well,
which causes the second coming of Jesus, of the polar opposite
Man,
of Jesus.
I was so the entire time, because I mean Arabella has zero fight, zero unarmed, zero skill, zero any type of battle ready, and the whole entire time I'm like thinking like, all right, I don't want to get injured because if I take several injuries, this is gonna be really bad for them.
Yeah.
I was like, but also, I knew that I had to put myself in a situation that, like, okay, I don't want them to die, but also Barrett's shooting Lewis, and that's fucked up. So also I need to heal Lewis because
I loved you healing Lewis and giving him support.
right, because
That
that's
was really
where
nice.
the alliance really lies is with Mother Adele and with Brother Lewis, and then it just the less effective she was at trying to stop it, the more she kind of realized like, hey, like no one's telling you what's going on, even the people you trust, even the people you've been with who at first saved your life and now they're trying to kill you, like. And now it's that same feeling of, okay, well, now they're telling me, and they're willing to put me aside to do all these things.
Yeah, it's also like, why were these two guys in the basement of
Yeah.
the building? Like, what's going on?
Right, like, there's a lot. Definitely her helping Jordan and Barrett is not... It's more of a pacifism than it is a trust at this point in time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
But then he died, or then he died.
Yeah, dude, choosing to incapacitate or kill him, and that I incapacitated him, and all that happened. So, like, if I killed him, I don't know what would have happened.
I think if you killed him, I don't know if he would have came back.
Right.
As that angel
I was-
monstrosity thing.
I was very surprised that Barrett was like, we gotta get Bowie, or we have to help other people in the building.
Yeah, that surprised me too, but it made a lot of sense to do.
You're like, oh, at first it's surprising, and then you think about it, you're like, okay, like, that makes sense, because that's especially going to affect your job.
Right.
Yeah, and Barrett's never, like, wanted
Right.
to kill civilians,
Right.
and like he kind of has like a soft spot for animals,
Yeah.
like a little bit. So like, especially with Bowie, he was like, we gotta go get the damn.
But
Yes.
not to like force feed you motives or anything like that either, but it makes sense to try to keep everybody alive because your goal in the first place was to test Lewis to see if he could protect
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Arabella
killing him
from
would have
Sales.
totally-
That's the reason why I didn't kill him.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
kind of what I thought too. I was
Yeah.
like, well, if he kills him now, he's just going to go back on what he said about the
Yeah.
whole protecting. thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, he needs to be stopped because he won't stop. But like, if he
was
dies,
relentless.
that'll ruin the whole point.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
But then,
He was very relentless.
but then that happened, and it
Yeah.
all was just not what I
Yeah,
expected.
it was a great motive to want to like return and like protect everybody and make sure everybody was good, but it wasn't like Barrett wasn't the right person to do that
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
at all.
Um,
I can't imagine it going the same way if Barrett were the one to go back instead of Jordan.
Yeah,
mhm.
Like I think Adele would have attacked you.
probably.
Angelica was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, that was
That was
a
a good scene.
good scene.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was good.
legit like, holy shit.
She's
who's
one of my favorite characters.
She's cool.
She's
Honestly,
cool, yeah.
She's good.
she's cool as shit. Like I really admire her character. I'm really curious about like what her goals are.
Mm.
I know that she is totally okay with that fucking thing coming out every once in a while. And I want to know why her mission is to keep it alive. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, me too.
what purpose that serves.
Yeah, the it's really interesting because it's like I feel like this whole campaign, I feel a little bad, but also like whatever, that like you guys ask so many questions, which is perfect. Obviously, continue to do so. But I like none of these characters have any reason to give you
Right,
answers,
yeah.
so they're
Yeah,
always just
yeah.
like, no, like or like, yeah, like Angelica
Right.
does it in a way where she's like, yeah, tea time, like just saying all this like
Yeah.
stupid shit,
That's
It's always Go ahead.
Sorry. That's honestly one of my favorite parts, especially
Yeah.
being Arabella, who's like, what the fuck all the time. It's just like, tell me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like to 50 people, just like, Jordan, tell me. Whatever. Barrett, tell me, come on, tell me. Right. Mother Adele, please. Right. So like the whole time she's literally just in the dark about almost everything, no matter who she asks.
You know, what's-
we know more than you, and we still don't fucking know.
know.
A damn
I
thing.
know.
You know who has been like maybe the most honest with Arabella? Mr. Sales.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
And that-
he gave her the facts, literally.
Like
The
actually,
receipts.
yeah.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. I know it's
Which is
that.
interesting to think about.
Yeah, that is going to be very interesting as well. Once they figure out like I'm finding it very funny right now that the whole thing is like this whole situation is contrived because Barrett wanted to come in to warn them that Mr. Sales is coming, and he didn't want him to come because he was gonna kill everyone and he was gonna kill Arabella. And Jordan comes in and he doesn't want him to want Arabella to go near him, and so everyone's trying to do like the same, like get out of Arabella, and Arabella's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see him. And just dips.
Yep.
And this whole
what's great about it.
situation
That's what
is
makes
like
plot.
Yeah.
so awesome.
All right, so one of the best parts of being a GM is seeing certain payoff of what you've been like planning and stuff. So like I'm looking at everybody's face when Brother Lewis was like changing. That was like that hit me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
We're like, what
yeah.
the
I love
fuck?
your
That was
reaction to that.
That
Yeah,
was,
really
oh my
cool, yeah.
god.
It was sick.
That was, I straight up thought that he was like, I still think he could be, but less so now. I thought that like he was like a kith or
Oh,
what
I see.
kin.
Yeah, I've been suspicious of
I
that.
was like, did he just like transform?
Yeah.
Like, cause I thought last time when we were fighting all like the animal things,
Yep.
the coyotes and whatnot,
Say it. And the what?
moose.
Thank you.
And I was even when Lacey was going in, she started getting like all weird. So I was like, I wonder if like he's just doing this because of that. But yeah, it's definitely
interesting to think
There's
about.
definitely something going on with the Kith and Kin at the church because Bowie.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's
Always reacting,
that,
wants to
and
go back.
then what Mother Adele did
Yeah,
to Jordan on his way out, and
Well, she might just be like Mother Teresa. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Her eyes turned black.
I know.
Mother
I-
Teresa's eyes
I-
never turned black.
I
to my
cannot
knowledge.
tell if they are good or bad. I straight up cannot tell if they're like doing this for the better or for the worse.
Bad stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like it though.
When plotting for these guys, I draw a lot of comparisons to characters from Campaign 1. Because they're like a familiar group. It's the Animus group, right? Because
Yeah.
they have that same kind of groupish dynamic.
Yeah.
Whenever you talked about the eyes, I was like,
Oh.
immediately brought back to the subway tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yo, like, there
That's
it is.
such a good, like, iconic scene for Campaign 1.
Yeah,
really is.
it
Like,
really,
that-
really is.
That's like in the anime opening, like
Yeah,
that's like
it's
they
there,
show
yeah.
that scene, you know.
That completely changed the way I like played Elias from that point forward.
Yeah.
It was pivotal.
I tried to utilize my hero points as best as I could. I almost pulled a Chris TM.
That's funny. That's so
But
funny.
I do like that. I like that we failed a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
it definitely made it a better story and
Oh, it
so
did.
much more,
Mhm.
like, difficult for everyone.
Yeah. I like firmly believe that the way we roll is the way this story is always meant to go. Because like
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
just like rolled awesome all the time, it would be boring as fuck.
I
Yeah.
agree.
But like sometimes it's like when we deserve it, we roll really well.
I don't know, I don't think I deserved any of those stories. I got 120.
You-
I know that was pretty gnarly, and you still
was.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The funniest part
that's the
about it is like
thing.
you rolled fantastic for
And I
like a
still-
good streak
yeah.
there, and you still lost.
Which
You know
is
what's-
great.
What's really cool about this is that we've yet to have a fight where everyone's working together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. Like the boss fight was kind of just like you and him. Like, well, once he transformed.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
you two against him.
It was you two,
and then,
and
or
then-
you two against him and partly Arabella.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
we
Two
all
versus
kind of
two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I
he
mean-
transformed.
Yeah, it was you and me, and then you dipped, and then it was me and Arabella,
Yep.
and then I dipped.
Yeah, we're not like a cohesive team yet.
No.
Which kind of like that was kind of the point, I guess.
Which
of
Sure.
we're just-
Yeah, it definitely makes
not-
sense with the way that all our characters are behaving
Mm-hmm.
with each other. It's not like anyone trusts one other person more than the other. It's not like
I just can't wait. I don't know what the moment's gonna be, but for the moment that comes where everyone is finally like on the same, like
Right.
you're a team now.
Right.
I almost wonder if that will even like be possible. With
I
these
think
I hope
it's
it does.
definitely
I,
possible,
I want
yeah.
it to be possible
Yeah.
because I think that's like what this is kind of building up to,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Mhm.
What's
Yeah.
really cool about that is that like that is the development that we need to make, like
There
for
has-
our
Exactly.
characters
Yeah,
to
'cause-
actually get to that point.
right. And there have been certain points where our characters do cooperate with each other, like during the Umbra scenes.
Right, it's
like,
always out of necessity though.
Right.
It's either
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we all work together or we die.
Yeah.
I can't see these three characters getting in like a group hug, like
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
or a
no,
moment
no.
where like
No, this ain't-
like I can imagine the Campaign 1 characters,
Right.
all three, like somebody gets. It's like the very very light spoilers for the new Spider-Man movie. I won't say what leads to the moment, but when Peter's on the roof crying, and then MJ and Dwight, what's his name?
Ned.
Ned. Thank you.
Dwight.
Dwight.
Get together and they like
Yeah,
hug
yeah.
him. Like
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
see like that happen with any of the characters in Campaign 1,
Right.
like, in a heartbeat. But
Yeah.
this one it'd be like a,
Oh, yikes. Oh, this is rough.
hey, you want like a sandwich? You know?
I don't know what to do here.
I'm very excited for next campaign because there's a lot that I want to dive into.
Next
with
campaign.
Next
that.
campaign?
Oh, next session.
Yeah, hold on.
Next
Jesus, I
Holy
wasn't-
just had a heart
I wasn't
attack.
prepared for that.
That's not what I
You're
meant.
like,
You
what
I
can
don't know
GM that one.
who the
That's
fuck
not
I would make for this next one.
Yeah, no, let's
That's
focus
so
on
far.
this.
We're all robots.
Yeah.
I still have campaign ideas.
We doing a mech campaign?
A what?
Mech? We're all mechs.
Dope.
Right.
Can we do it 10 years
I-
later as campaign 1 characters?
Dope.
Campaign? That would be amazing.
I do a mini campaign like that.
I would love
like a
to.
6 episode.
Oh, I would love to
Yeah.
come back to play Elias.
I
In a mech.
It's my heart.
off topic. I straight up out of game thought you were gonna kill Olivia. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, you bitch! Because
Can you
like,
imagine if I did?
oh my, well, I thought he was gonna just
he-
bring because he was trying to get everyone to the basement, and then I was like, I swear to God, if he brings them to the basement and she gets killed, I was so
How did she
invested.
get killed in the basement?
Because I was getting dragged down, wasn't I?
different
No?
building.
Ah.
You were getting dragged to the faculty basement.
Mmm.
He was talking to the dorm basement.
Got it.
I was just trying to get people underground, like bomb shelter stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the nuns?
Something's
That's
up.
creepy, and
wacky.
Mother Adele is a mass hypnotist.
I didn't think she was at first, but
Controlling
after she knocked
people.
out Olivia, I think you might be right. At first, I
Yeah.
thought like they just saw an angel.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
so,
yeah,
like,
that's
they're
a solid
just-
point.
Yeah.
They're just praying because like that's it.
In hindsight, I thought of something really funny that I should have said the moment that like Jordan told Olivia that there was like a literal angel and demon fighting outside. She was like, "Oh, what?" I wanted to, like, after I thought about it, I really wish I was just like, "What do you mean? You've been reading about this your entire life, and now you're surprised this is happening?"
No.
Like, buck up, let's go.
It's like,
I-
I'm not a conformist. I'm an empath.
I really liked the scene where Olivia's like getting skeptical of Jordan because she's
Yeah, that
like, oh,
was
Mother
cool.
Adele doesn't
That
like
was
me.
good.
That
She's
was really
like,
cool.
hold on.
Yeah, it really showed like where
What
her
is up with
allegiances
that?
lie, which
Yes.
makes sense. Like the fucking janitor showed up and told you that the world is
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go get the principal. We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, this is probably the weirdest way to get fired ever.
Yeah. It's not official yet.
Yeah.
Dude, my
What are
boss's
they gonna-
eyes turned black and told me that I was being allowed to leave. Like that's you.
What do you think about what she said to you?
And she said she will get you too.
I don't think she's gonna send me a W-2.
I think she's gonna send you a
Might
death
have to get
certificate.
the. Oh yeah, this is totally like a cash
Yeah.
operation here.
I'm
thinking they
might not be such good people.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Oh,
they definitely do not follow the commandments. That is for certain.
Yeah, you know, despite not technically a lot happening this episode, it still feels like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
happened.
Oh yeah,
feel like
yeah.
it
This,
was.
this drew some bold lines between our group of characters and everyone at the commune.
That's good. I mean, if we
Yeah.
can get a common enemy and come together as a team, that might be good. For
now.
what
Yeah,
we
good luck
need.
for that.
Yeah. It's I'm very interested to see our relationships in the future.
Yeah.
I'm
me
afraid
too.
to know what they're gonna do to Arabella now
Yeah, me too.
when she wakes up.
Oh, you're
Might
fine.
be something for you two to talk about next session.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
get gaslit again.
Yeah, I joked. I joked to David earlier where like once it
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
heard this. This is
the
funny.
way that everything
Yeah.
happened, like I was kind of hoping that the fight would keep going while I went to confront Mother Adele, so I can like look out the window and be like, "You can't lie to me about this now." Arabella's outside; she's transformed into a
Yeah.
demon, and Brother Lewis is fighting her in the sky. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But the way that like the fight ended right before he
Yeah.
got to her, I expected her to be like I
There is no
expected to
war
run up the
box.
stairs. Yeah. I expected to run up the stairs
do
and
you
be like,
mean?
"You can't not
Yeah.
explain this to me and point
That's so
outside."
And there's
but
nothing.
then there's nothing. And then her going, "Jordan, you're doing it again. You're freaking out on me. I need you to relax.
would've been
There's
pretty
nothing
cool.
like that happening." And then I expected Brother Lewis to walk in going like, "Is Jordan bothering you? I'm
Yeah.
gonna escort him out." Like in full human normal form, like, and then Jordan just to be like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then get like incapacitated and removed.
No, you're in the basement.
Yeah.
Arabella's back in human form. Like, wow, that was one hell of a nap.
Tucker now.
Yeah, and Jordan continues to get gaslit by nuns.
Some food poisoning or something.
I fully expected that to be like how the session was gonna end.
No. Imagine like the post-credit scene after this episode, where like everything's smoldering, and you just see like a taxi pull up. Mr. Sales comes out like, "All right, I'm ready to."
What the?
Looks like I've already been here.
Funny, I don't remember Carnage.
Interesting.
Craziness.
No, Mr. Sales this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed him.
We all did.
Yeah.
In my plot, I thought about having him show up, but it just didn't make sense to like the timetables of what's happening.
It would have gotten so much messier if he did.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was
Especially 'cause
already complicated.
I have his character sheet ready, Yeah, he's
He would have
fun.
mollywopped.
He's a fun dude.
He would have been like, "Cook."
Yeah.
He's, that would have been crazy.
That's gonna be a weird. If we have to fight him at any point, it's gonna be a weird.
We all
time.
just get shot.
Yeah. But
So that was, I think, one of my favorite sessions.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, you got to flex your muscles with the
Yeah,
demon.
yeah.
I'm glad that, like, I know I wasn't useless in any, like, during the fight as Arabella, because she was constantly giving you guys the toughness
field.
and
Yeah,
force field
yeah,
and the
yeah.
heals, and so I know she wasn't useless, but not being able to physically do anything. It was nice to get that kind of like release of like, okay, now I can just now I can ruin things.
do any of you guys have any idea about the demon?
About Arabella's demon.
Yeah.
Um,
Not even Nicole knows, so it's okay.
I mean, at this point, I assume it's like Brother Lewis's angel. I don't know if there's just like actually just heaven and hell, angels and demons fighting right now, or if it's just like light powers and dark powers, as in like
Yeah.
this campaign. I'm not sure.
ironic that
Not
all this
exactly
shit
sure.
unfolded while I'm wearing a Spawn shirt.
I don't know if they're like entities possessing them, or if it's just like their true selves, or I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. I can't even like surmise like what could be going on
okay.
with her.
I have a couple ideas, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a lot more to this story.
Yeah.
Only episode 10.
Yep.
So we'll see where it goes. So thank you for joining us for tonight's post show for episode 10. If you liked what you see, we know you do because you subscribe to us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Spread the word. We really appreciate it. Hitting all those like buttons on those videos, laying down comments.
Helps a lot.
You
Yeah.
know what? That little algorithm,
Uh-huh.
it's just like, oh, hey, people are talking about this. And it really pulls it.
Yeah,
you know?
just help us play the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, we love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 It's hard.